hanging out with Hardy, and we are gonna play our Wheel of Songs. Hey, Hardy.
What up?
What do you think of my wheel?
I think it's perfect.
You like it?
I'm kind of nervous. I don't know I can't read all the songs on there, so I don't know if I'm gonna have a good story prepared, but I'll try.
Oh, good. So we're really gonna catch you off the cuff. Okay, so the way it's gonna work is I'm gonna spin the wheel 3 or 4 times, and whichever song I land on, it's a song that you've had something to do with. Whichever song I land on, you have to tell me a story about it. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. First spin. Simple. I love this one.
Simple. Okay. I remember this date, which is crazy. It was June 1st, 2017, and we were in Austin, Texas, and I was out on the road with Florida Georgia Line, and it was it was the rehearsal day. Austin was the first spot on the tour, and it was rehearsal day, and the real show was on June 2nd. So we were in the back of the bus, and I was sitting there with Mark Holman, who's another buddy of mine, and he had this beat. He's like a producer writer, so he had a few beats that he had made. You call them beats, they're just like tracks that he had made, and one of them had that train beat, and it had the whistle thing, right? Like that's in the beginning of the song, and I was like, man, that one sounds really cool. And next thing I know, Tyler came to the back of the bus. He was writing with us that day, and he said, I just had this idea called Simple. And anyway, we wrote the song. It went great. And then a year later, the song came out. And, it was the single, and it was a huge deal. It was world premiere and all this. And then I realized that I looked down at my date, and it was a year to the day that we wrote it. And it was completely unintentional.
Wow.
I always thought that was really cool. It's like a meant to be moment.
Wow, that's crazy. And also so interesting, it was a year difference. By that point, when the song comes out, do you sort of forget that you've written that song? Or was it sort of top of mind, you knew it was coming?
Not when you don't have a single #1 under your belt, absolutely not. I did not forget that.
You remembered it.
Yeah, I was waiting for that thing to come out. And I knew after they put it on hold, and they cut it, I was just like, yeah, especially when you're broke and you don't have you don't have anything going on, you're banking on every song you've got out there that's got a chance of doing something. So
that's awesome. Okay, Simple. Good to know. I love that story. All right, let's spin the wheel again. Here we go. This game's so fun for me. Boyfriend.
Okay, so my girlfriend and I were on vacation in Clearwater, Florida. Scientology capital of the world. And
is it?
Yeah.
What?
We learned that after we went down there. Yeah.
I feel like I've been there before. I did not know that.
We went down there because it's really close to this place where you can swim with manatees, and she really wanted to swim with manatees. So that's why we went to Clearwater. So we were like hanging out in the pool, and she said, I can't remember what we were doing, but we're always picking at each other and like just poking fun. And I said to her, well, that's fine. I don't want to be your boyfriend anymore. And she said something along the lines of like, oh, because you want to be my husband. And instead of responding like I should have, like in a sweet way, I just looked at her and said, oh my God, that's a great song idea. And so
she's like, wow, really?
Yeah, like that's what you got out of that? Great. And so I wrote down, I don't want to be your boyfriend anymore. And I knew that I wanted to kind of trick the listener and make them think at the beginning that I'm breaking up, but then you find out like, I don't want to be your boyfriend anymore, So that's how that idea came to be.
All right, let's spin again. You ready?
Yeah.
A rock.
All right.
Let's go.
I was hoping this one would go. Okay, so me and two of my buddies that I wrote the song with left the bar at like midnight and came all the way out to my house and decided to write. They're both songwriters, and we were like, let's write a song.
Do you write better when you're a little drunk, a little tipsy?
Sometimes, yeah. It just depends, but yeah, sometimes. I told them about this idea I had, and I just explained to them the significance that like an actual rock has on like moments of your life, and I was like, you know, like an engagement ring, like a diamond is made out of a rock, and your tombstone is made out of a rock. Earth is made out of a rock, and I just told him that I really wanted to put that to music, and that I didn't necessarily want to write like a chorus, because I felt like a chorus would like not help kind of really explain that idea in a weird way. So I just said I want to write a song with like 5 verses. And so we stayed up until 5 in the morning writing this song, and my girlfriend was home right before we recorded the work tape, which is like just what you record on your phone with the acoustic guitar, you know. She came downstairs and she was sitting beside me, and I was like, we're about to do this work tape. And she was like, oh, cool. And I said, are you ready? And she was like, uh-huh. And we got that in the recording, and we kept that recording for the record because it just sounded like we captured such a cool moment, because the song ended up being like the title to the record. And like before we sang it down, like technically the song like didn't exist, you know. And it was just like asking her like, are you ready? It's just, there's a really cool like, because it like became the album title, and that's gonna like it's gonna be like forever, you know what I mean? And then in that particular song, it was just, I don't know, it's just a really cool moment that we actually captured. And so Joey kept that recording for the record, so when you listen to it, you can hear that. It's pretty cool. That's
awesome, because it is kind of like a small little glimpse into your real life, you know. It's like such a personal moment before you kick off this huge album. Yeah
Absolutely.
That's cool. All right, Hardy, do you have time for one more?
Sure.
All right, one more spin. Whoa! Okay, it's on Give Heaven Some Hell. I wanted to hear that. I cheated, but I want to hear the story behind that one.
So, it started off, we were writing, there's a song on my record called Truck. And in the second verse, it kind of talks about a little bit about a buddy like losing a friend, and there's a line going into the second chorus that says like he misses him like hell, and the original line was he's giving heaven some hell. And we all like, when that line got thrown out, we were all like, that's amazing. And then we all kind of looked at each other and we were like, give heaven some hell is like way too good of a line to just be like thrown at the end of a verse. And so we scrapped, we took that and we put in he misses him like hell, and we kept give heaven some hell. And a week later we wrote that idea. And none of us like wrote it about a really specific person, but I will say like we all talked about it, and we've all had like friends that, you know, have tragically gone. And so we were all able to really pull from that, you know, or I guess you would say inspiration, experience. And it's crazy. I mean, my Instagram like inbox is like full of people with just story after story after story, and it's like, it's hard to read. It's kind of a bittersweet thing, because I know that the song is like really touching people, but it's like kind of depressing, you know, to wake up every day and read a lot of that. But I know that it's doing good, so
yeah,
it is what it is.
I mean, what a great song! What an impact that's gonna have for so many. So, Hardy, thank you so much for being here. This has been so fun.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you got to play the wheel.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed with it now.
That's so cool.
Again, Hardy, congrats. The new album, A Rock, out this fall. We're so excited for you, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Me too. We'll see you soon, Hardy. Bye.
Okay. Bye.